I found the writings of Mariano Payeras, and he was the last Spanish president of the missions. But this letter was I call it the smoking gun, because it's so important. And Payeras was very frank, did not hold anything back. In his letter, he said, all we have done for the Indians is to baptize them, administer the sacraments, and bury them. Says, we have wiped out the Indians. Well, that's a paraphrase, but that's what he said. And then he said, again paraphrasing, he said, in fact, it was a letter to his superior in Mexico City, and he wrote, we have to come up with an alibi that will defend us, because if not, because of the disappearance of all the Indians, he said, if we don't, we're going to get blamed for it, and we're going to be subjected to scandal and scorn.
That is when the big lie of California's Indians' history started. So what they, the story that they created to explain what happened in California is that the Indians came to the missions voluntarily, that they came to find a better life, that they came to learn agriculture, that they came to find God, and many other such reasons as that of why they came why Indians went to the missions. And when you look at the missions today, the history of the California Indians is not told there. As a matter of fact, it doesn't say that 19,421 Indians died at Mission San Juan Bautista. When you go to Santa Cruz, it says nothing, that life expectancy for the California Indians there was less than 2 years. All it wants to glorify is the architecture and how holy they are, etc. When I go to the California missions, all I feel is death. I very seldom go to missions because all I feel there is death.
One indication of how a society values its members is how people are memorialized in death. The clear division between the value of priest when compared to the value placed on the lives of Indians is visible in most mission cemeteries. The burial places of priests and church leaders were marked with notable symbols, crosses, and memorials. On the other hand, the deaths of the Indians who built the missions and for whom those institutions were supposedly established were marked with nothing. The final resting place for 2,000 to 4,000 Indians at each mission was a mass unmarked grave.
The fact that Indian people were dumped into unmarked graves at the missions tells me that they were a commodity. They were like a piece of machinery. They were worthless. They didn't have a soul. They had no purpose other than to do their job, and that was it. They weren't respected. They weren't seen as being human beings.